We're at Otter Pedal Magazine here, and we have the wonderful Canadian bike company called Norco. And we have in front of us Dustan Sept with some really interesting news about the history of Norco.
So Norco's been around for a long time. March 16th, 1964 was day number one. And if you can do some math, that means that we're actually just over 50 years old. It's Norco's 50th anniversary. So what we're doing here is we're showing a bike for every decade. You know, we've done a lot of bikes over the years, but this is a bit of a visual of what we've done. So 1966, the Northern Cycle Industries Rail. This was a three-speed cruiser bike. Kind of shows some of the original thoughts, mentalities, and trends at the time.
The banana seat and the three-speed. I love the stick shift. They should continue with that idea.
You move into the 70s, and that was the 10-speed craze. We've got 1978, the Norco. This is really just one of the first performance bikes, but also just a really trendy and functional bike at the time. These were one of the kind of first real breakout products that Norco had. As you move into the 80s, we remember back to the movie Rad, and one of the featured bikes in that movie was the Starfire. So this is the 1983 Starfire. This was the bike that all your friends wanted, and you probably would have killed them for it.
I love the seat, the plastic seat too.
The plastic seat, the race plates on there, but the red highlights. This is a bike that again really defined the era. The Norco Freestyle BMX team rode a bike very similar to this to 3 national championships back in the 80s, and it's come a long way. One of Norco's real breakouts within Canada and internationally was in the mountain bike side of things. So 1992 was the first bike that we did specific for front suspension fork, and that was the Norco Rampage. So this bike had adjusted geometry specifically for a suspension fork. Really cool frame, prestige chromoly, old original Shimano XT parts on there. Again, a very defining bike for the company and for mountain biking as a whole.
1992.
Yeah. The internationally really what broke out Norco was the free ride and the shore scene. So 2001 was the first shore bike that Norco did. This is the 2001 VPS Shore. About 150 mils of travel. It was a 6-inch travel bike. You've got the Junior T on there. You've got the Foxer shock, the 2.8 Michelin tires, North Shore cranks. This bike really defined a lot for the brand and a lot for mountain biking as a whole. This is the Shore, and it's evolved from this point. So 50 years. There's 5 bikes, one from each decade. We've done a lot more than that, but that's a bit of a look at some defining moments of the past.
Thank you for the 50 year. That's an awesome thing. So today, 2014, what new product do you got?
So things have changed even more than those 50 years. When you look at this now, this is the Norco Sight Carbon, 140 mils of travel, 67.5 head angle, gravity tune, arc suspension. There's a ton of technology in this bike. This is the do-all trail bike. Really climb to the top, but inspire confidence on the descent as well. If you only need one bike, or only can have one bike, this is the bike for you.
All-arounder. Now, Jill Kittner's riding this bike?
We've got a number of team riders racing and riding the site. Last year's Otter Classic was won by Jill Kittner on this type of frame. So it really shows that as much as it's a great climber, it also performs on the descents.
What would this run as is right now?
This right here is about $5,500 US. The site is available in 4 different carbon fiber models of the frame, but then also 2 in the alloy as well. So that'll come down to around the $2,500 mark to get you into a 2014 Norco site.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful stuff, Norco. Wow, I love the green lines too. That will definitely wake up the tracks and all trails around. So that's it for Norco for this year? The latest and the greatest?
We've got lots of other bikes, you know, from the Orem that just won the Decline Downhill Bike of the Year, the Range that's also in carbon, the Enduro race bike. I know this has been featured in a number of different reviews as well and received extremely well. But you know, across these and into the roadside as well, you know, the Team H&R Block has been racing the Tactic this week. We had a Threshold being raced in the cyclocross race. You know, it's not just mountain bikes. There's a lot on the roadside happening too. So it's an exciting time for Norco. It's an exciting time for Canadian companies, and it's an exciting time to be a mountain biker or a road rider.
Yeah, boy, from this to down there, that's it's a little over 20 years. Very interesting. So much technology. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.